I'm going to go over Liberty Media Corporation, the owners of SiriusXM and Formula One, going on right now in Vegas. Formula One signed a 10-year contract with the city, bringing in lots of tourism, lots of money, and also a lot of traffic. Now, taking a look at the chart, we ended the week at $57.69, up nearly 1%. The day's low, $55.59. The day's high, $57.70. Taking a look at the performance for the week, we are down more than 1%. For the month, we are down more than 7%. And year to date, down more than 12%. The 1-year price target is $78.49, which represents a 36% return from where we are. This is where we landed. We are at resistance, so anticipate a possible sell-off as people start to take their profits if they haven't done so already. Above the line where we ended is 3 standard deviations. That takes us to roughly 57.91. And above that at 4 standard deviations and another level of resistance and a possible take profit area, 58.38. Back to the middle of the trend, and the baseline takes us to roughly 56.43. And if we fall down, this line will turn into support, and this line also turns into support. At negative 2 standard deviations, we are looking at 55.48, 54.97, and roughly 54.49. Looking left, note the bounce at support here, up to resistance here, fell back down a little bit, grinding out at the baseline before making a move to the upside, where I anticipate a reversal to the downside as people take their profits. And up here, people took their profits. The stock started to slide down in price. We met this gap, closed it out at 59.06. The gap ran right here on November 14th, gapped up. So intuitively, I know that there's going to be a gap down to close it out. You don't know when, how long it's going to last, but it will eventually close for the most part, especially in this 5-minute time zone that I'm talking about. There's a gap here also, closed a gap down, so it closed to the upside at roughly $60.31. Now, the RSI is reaching the overbought territory. If you look left, price usually falls down along with the RSI. So we are overbought here, it goes up. You cannot expect the RSI to maintain the levels up here without consolidating, going down. That's exactly what it did. And got into the oversold area where people like to buy, and this is a rinse and repeat. So we are up here. I will anticipate eventually price to go down, sideways, hit maybe 30 again for a reversal. And looking left, you can see it always fell back down after hitting the overbought area. Now I'm going to turn this over to SPY. We ended the week at $450.79. The day's low, $449.29. The day's high, $451.42. Two standard deviations takes us to $451.76. 452.43, and should we be so lucky to get to 4 standard deviations on Monday on the 5-minute time frame, that would take us to 453.10. Don't hold your breath that we make it to this line in one day. The middle of the trend takes us back down to 450.41. This is support. If we hit this area, I will anticipate grinding along the baseline or going sideways for some consolidation before we go to the north side or possibly to the south side. And negative 2 standard deviations and a possible buy-in area, 449.07, 448.38, 447.70. The RSI is at 51, And taking a look at Vanguard's stocks, some runners this past week, Ebix, I do own this, up 11%. Ross Stores, I've tracked this before in the past, as well as ARC, and that is up 3.5%. All right, that's a look at Liberty Media and SPY. Thank you so much for watching.